Hi, everybody. Welcome to Suzanne and Sharon's Let's Talk Business series. We are really excited to bring this show to you. It's something we've been thinking about for the last few weeks on how we can bring all of the tools and the experience that we've got through our own lives, really, into how the ONPASSIVE products can help businesses around the world. So I'm Sharon Parkinson, I'm from the UK, and I joined ONPASSIVE in November 2018. My background is IT, so I've got a lot of experience in tools, and I know how complicated it can be in having to use loads of different ones. So using the ONPASSIVE suite of products for businesses is going to make their lives a lot easier. Suzanne, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Suzanne DeVoe. I live on Vancouver Island on the west coast of Canada, and I was introduced by Sharon in July 2020 to ONPASSIVE. And so my husband and I, we own a construction company. We've built homes and septic systems and build roadways, but it doesn't matter what business you have, you need tools to organize your clients, to handle your accounting, your HR, all the different things that a business includes. And one of the most important things is keeping clients in the funnel, keep those customers coming. Well, that's marketing and traffic. And I don't know about you, but it can be very daunting and frustrating and can cost a fortune. So when ONPASSIVE was introduced to me, boom, I lit up like a Christmas tree. I was so excited. So that's what initially intrigued me. And then I found out more. But we're here to tell you how ONPASSIVE can help your business. So we're going to be interviewing a lot of great people.
Yeah, and today we've got a really exciting guest, so please stay tuned and we'll be back very shortly.
I'd love to introduce to you. She's a wonderful friend, Challamar Rayne. So maybe Sharon, do you want to start off with the first question for Challamar?
Yeah, hi Challamar. So can you just give us a little bit of your backstory when it comes to, how long have you been with ONPASSIVE to start off with? And then what did you do in your, obviously your past life? Effectively, you've been in business for many years. So if you want to just give us a little bit of your backstory?
Sure. I got involved, right now it is March of 2021. I got involved in ONPASSIVE in December of 2020. So I've been involved for a whole, maybe, let's see, December to January to March. Yeah, maybe 3 months.
A lifetime.
It's taken over my world, I can tell you that. And my backstory, you said past life, I would say past lives.
Yeah.
I've been a bit of a go for it all my life. Not your typical female. I've traveled all over the world by myself. I've had 3 brick and mortar businesses. One of them, my first one, was in my late 30s. It was a ski and windsurfing business. I had 15 employees and 3 windsurfing locations and 2 actual shops, and repaired skis and sold skis and windsurfers and all that kind of stuff. And then years later, I went into, what did I go into? Oh yeah, the next was video production for about 15 years. So I was producing videos and doing everything myself. I really wanted to work on things that helped humanity. So I wouldn't do a video for someone on an ice cream making machine or something like that. I would do it on something that was helpful, like hemp products or the hyperbaric oxygen chambers or so on. And that led me into actually getting a spa and a clinic here in my town of White Rock for about 4 years. So way ahead of my time with the health products that I had, the pulse magnetic mat from Germany and the right nutrition and water ionizers and the Solaris sauna, the detox chamber and so on. So I shut that down about, I don't know, 9 years ago or something like that. And I've been networking all during this time. So I've had numerous network marketing opportunities. Anyway, and nothing has really been fantastic until the last one, which is this redox molecule drink that I so believe in. I think it's the bomb, BALM. Now the lingo of today is it's a bomb if it's fantastic, but they spell it differently. I think it's a BALM. So this particular molecule literally activates the body to heal almost any condition. It's just remarkable. So, and then I discovered ONPASSIVE. And one of the things I heard was, and they're going to give you AI targeted regionally specific traffic to a website of your choice for a position. So consequently, I got more than one position. And I thought, wow. And I have heard through some of the videos that some of the directors have been doing that, how would you like to have you ever had 200 people a day? And I thought, my God, these guys know how to market. And that is such, I mean, I would have contributed my funds to be a founding member just for that, because that is huge. You know, getting traffic is everybody's biggest difficulty, is getting traffic. And in December, prior to this happening, I was doing my prayers saying, I'm just tired. I've worked so hard all my life. I've worked for, I don't know, 50 plus years and just going for it. And I'm just tired now. I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want to solicit people anymore. I'm good at it, but I just don't want to do it. I want to sit and stare at the ceiling and the sun. And that's all I want to do now. And I want to help people. That's what I want to do. I want to help people. So,
Right.
yeah.
And so aside from, well, the traffic is huge for everyone. But some of the other tools that will come in handy, doesn't matter really what you do. Can you see yourself using, like, say, for example, it's called OLEAD, where it's a customer relationship management. Can you see yourself putting your contacts into that and be able to organize and just make your life easier for the products that you sell?
Yes, I absolutely can, because because of all my ventures, I have perhaps more contacts than most. Definitely up there. You know, it's in the thousands. And and I really don't know. I do everything analog. Like I write lists for everything and so on. And it's really pathetic. I mean, it's seriously. And I've been looking at these customer organizing things, and I have friends that have been looking at them, and they look at them and they go, this one's fantastic, it's the best. And then they find a fault in it, but you can't send emails from it. I go, well, what's the point of having it if you can't send emails from it? And this has been going on for a while. And and it's interesting that you mentioned that, because that is probably the one thing that would most interest me for my particular stage in my life, is just organizing things. So I can be on top of things for other people and make sure that I'm looking after them in the best possible way. So absolutely, yeah. You know, one of the things, if I could just finish this, is
Keep going.
if we begin anything, if we make any contact, if we are in touch with someone in a park, we are responsible for the energy that we have engendered that is coming towards us. And we need to follow up. We have to be committed to our own creations. And so having a customer contact list would be fantastic, because I can follow up and I can check and I can help people better with something like that. And I have been looking. So absolutely, there's a lot of the tools that I'm interested in. I'm sure you guys are too. So yeah.
Maybe, would you think, could you see yourself using the Academy to, is there a course you could create that with your things that you've learned over the years?
Yes, absolutely. That's another one I wanted to touch on. I'm a health coach, and you know, through all my years, it's been now over 3 decades that I've been helping people with their health, because my draw, where I was really focused and drawn, is to learn about the human body and what it takes to be healthy. And I understand that if our cells, we're only made of cells. If our cells are happy, this is happy. If our cells are struggling, this is struggling. And it's so simple. Just give the cells what they need. And they need a certain amount of hydration. They need their chemical balance. They need to detoxify. They need to be activated. They need nutrition. They need to have their electrical component taken care of. We're electrical beings. Every single metabolic function in the body takes place because of electrical frequency. So we need to have that tended to, and we're not being really disrupted by the electromagnetic frequencies, the wireless world that we're in. So you can correct that by being on the pulse magnetic mat. And then what I discovered lately is there is a molecule that the body makes naturally that diminishes with age. So when you reach 60, you've got maybe 20% of it left, maybe 30% if you're really quite healthy. When you reach 70, it might be 15 to 20% or so on. And when you drink this molecule back into existence, back into your body, because it's bioidentical to what the body makes, but has diminished. This activates the mitochondria in the cells, which activates the energy in your cells, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and your cells just go, I'm working for Challamar. What do you need me to do? So all your cells become activated. So this drink is amazing. It's totally amazing. There's only one singular, like ONPASSIVE is singular. There's nothing ever been like it on planet Earth. This level of generosity, which I want to get into, but this drink is singular. There's only one company that's discovered how to stabilize it. And it's made in Utah and distributed all over the world. They're in most countries, and a lot of countries, but I don't know, a lot of countries in the world by this time. And it's just a really wonderful tool. So I definitely want to teach people. And I have had so many occasions where I've been standing up and talking to people. In my spa for 4 years, I was an educator, and I used to do all these talks about, you know, how to look after your body and all that kind of stuff. And I would love, love, love to use Academy and help people understand how their body works. So at this stage in my life, I don't want to work hard. I do want to help people. So I find that this, you know, all of these tools are absolutely going to benefit others and benefit me greatly from doing my service work, if you want, if you want to call it that, and making it easy so I can create courses. And yeah, so
Well,
the answer to that would be yes.
yeah. And I was just going to add to that, the nice thing about when you take the knowledge that you have, Challamar, and you put it into a course, you've created it, it can be transferred in 108 languages anywhere around the world. You've made the course. Now you can have your life of ease, and you're still making an income because people want that information from you. They can download it. You can charge a very small fee because so many people in the world are going to want it. So it's just a win-win.
It's a win.
Yeah. Now, so we know you're going to use the tools. You know that any of the business that friends that you know have businesses as well, whether it's direct sales or it's brick and mortar.
Yeah.
What about the humanitarian side? Can you touch on that, of what ONPASSIVE is doing for the average working person? What's available right now in March 2021?
So the way that we're living in the world right now, we've all gone through 2020, which has been a very, very difficult time for a lot of us, extremely difficult for some. And to have a gentleman CEO come along and right at the very beginning, before he even stepped out of the gate with all these wonderful products, that, by the way, didn't start to be this 40 or 50 platforms that we now have. It started to be smaller, but the response was so huge. But right out of the gate, his offering was to help founding members for a small, small sum receive the bulk or a great portion of the profits of this disruptive giant which is set to launch in the IT world, utilizing AI technology as it's not been done before. They have redone every single online platform that we now use or wish to use. There's so many of them that there wouldn't be anything that would be missing. One email, one password, everything integrated and much more brilliantly done than we're now using. And there will be no control or manipulation or people trying to AI assess you and then try and take advantage of your tendencies and so on with what they put in front of you, etc. And for this gentleman to give us, look, everybody needs money. Money is it's an energy to me. Money is an energy to me. Money is the capacity to move in many ways. And our agreements that we make around money are the energy fields that we create with people and so on, which we must be responsible for. So we get a lot of information from transacting money. So for this fellow, Ash Mufareh, the CEO of ONPASSIVE, to offer such a huge amount to the founding members, and by my calculation, it's going to be less than 1 million of us by the time this launches. It's profound. It's a huge amount of money. It's wealth beyond our imaginings, which then what does that do? It's going to set us free to do what we love to do. What do you love to do? What do you want to do with your life and so on? Wouldn't you love to have the capacity to never have to worry about money again? That every month you know that there's an income that's a little bit greater than the last month coming in. And if you were having a fun time last month, can you imagine what next month is going to be like? So it's rather remarkable. And I'm in awe. And I do believe that this is the new paradigm. People are wanting to have benevolent practices. I believe, and it's a Buddhist saying, that your thoughts and your actions, your intentions must benefit all, or there's just no point in having them. Do not think anything that isn't benefiting. Do not have an action that does not benefit everyone around you. And here is this beautiful gentleman who has gone into the depth of that and is giving away hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars will be given away to his founding members, because he wants people to not have to worry any longer. And his request is that we pay it forward. So what a beautiful offering. What an astounding offering. It's astounding. It's a one-off offering. It's singular in all the world. And I believe that people are going to start to want business practices to be more benevolent and egalitarian, where many more people are sharing in the profits from said ventures. So yeah, just a big thumbs up to Mr. Mufara and his team.
Absolutely.
Think of, like, if you still had your bricks and mortar business with your 15 employees, if that was now, could you see yourself like encouraging or even maybe gifting a position to your employees as a gift for all the work that they've done, to help?
I hadn't thought about it, but you're causing me to think about people that might have a brick and mortar and so on. What this does is this possibility will support you so well that you can be much more generous within your brick and mortar business with your employees. I mean, I know that that Mr. Mufara is going to be looking after his employees, not just with a wage, but they're going to be profit sharing as well. So anyone involved in the company is going to be taken care of. And isn't this wonderful that people with a brick and mortar business of any kind can be much more generous with their employees and set them free financially and so on. And I know that, I mean, I personally have a great desire to serve. I have my own things that I'm passionate about, and I will be diving into those and am diving into them now in anticipation. So it sets people, the bar is set way, it's kind of way high spiritually and way low physically, but you can just step right over it now because you got the support. And now, we have this opportunity to share everything that we know is good and true with others in the world. So yeah, I definitely can see this helping anybody. If you have a network marketing business, oh my gosh, all these tools are just made for online, anything online. And of course, the actual physical business. You often mention in the talks that you do, Suzanne, you mention a bakery, a local bakery in a town. And can you imagine, regionally specific, they can be targeting all the people in the town to come to their bakery, offer these specials and so on. And if they're doing a good job, they'll have endless repeat traffic from that. They just need to get people in the door, the first time. So yeah, I think this is fantastic for any part, segment of the human populace. Yeah.
What would you say to anybody who's thinking, should I do it? What's the risk? I mean, what do you see as the risk?
No, there's zero risk. What's that look?
Exactly, zero.
Yeah.
You get, if you signed up now, you've got a couple of months or something to go on Zoom calls, to watch videos, to check in and so on before the final payment of our first month being a customer. All founders become customers at launch. So that payment of 250 US, you've got lots of time to check out and see if this, in the meantime, you can use some of these products and see how real they are. So no, I can't see, there's zero risk to this, zero.
Now, Challamar, what about people that
not doing it? And I'm serious, the risk is not doing ONPASSIVE, not becoming a founding member. You will kick yourself from here to the curb and back again for the rest of your days. When your buddies who tried to tell you about it and you went, no, I'm not sure about the model. It's not tangible right now. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I've heard of things before.
yeah. You know what I love last night that we said? Stop making me work so hard to give you a passive income.
Right. I'm
trying to help you, and you're making me phone because I love you and I want to make sure you get.
Yeah, and I want to make sure you're looked after. I don't
now.
Yeah,
Okay,
it seems that all of us are like. Yeah, doing really, really well in the future, set free financially, and that they're not, and they're such beautiful people. Yeah, I'm having to work really hard to get some of these people.
Some people
wake up.
Now, Challamar, hold on there, your horses, hold on. I have a question. What if someone comes along, they like, hey, they want to be, who wouldn't want to be an owner in a huge company that's going to just explode on the market? But what if I'm super shy? I want the money. I don't have a business, or I don't want to talk to people.
This company is called Passive for a reason. It was built, Ash Mufareh is originally from India, Egypt, India. He's got Indian descent, I'm sure. And he wanted to help his countrymen. I mean, the average wage in India is like 1,800 US a year, average. Now people are living on 500 US, 400 US, and so on a year there. And some people are living on 3,000 US a year. I mean, it's just nuts. He actually created this very, very low entry fee in order that people in India can do this. And I think 40% of the, now 40% of the founding members are from India. They managed to cobble it together with their families, and probably everyone put in $10, because you can imagine 97 is still a lot for them. But this is built for people that don't like sharing. Like there's like at least 50% of the people I brought in, they're not sharing with anyone. They are just getting their membership. They're just going to wait until they get looked after financially. So you don't have to do anything. But if you're chatty, like I am, and like you guys are, you'll be sharing because you can't help it. And these people, they're really funny. Do I have to share? No, you don't have to share. Take all that away from them. And then you know what happens?
They share.
They care. I do want to let my sister know. I don't want to do this and not tell her. And then the list goes on. And so, you know, they're kind of, you know, sneaking a person in here and there, and they're not really saying much, but they're signing people up and so on, because they just don't want their family to miss out. So no, you don't have to do anything. Nothing.
Oh, that's good news. That's good news.
When you sign up, you don't ever have to come to a Zoom call. You don't have to watch anything, read anything, nothing.
Nothing.
You get told now we need 250 for your first month, and that's it. You'll never have to pay again. So you don't have to do anything. And how much time does that take? Maybe half an hour of your total life in total. Yeah, that's how much involvement you have.
And besides, well, you're going to help people. Yeah, and you're helping people now because you're telling them about it. So by you. And what's interesting, the connection, I'll just take this moment that I got married in 2007, and a good friend of mine, Holly Denny, sang at my wedding. And so I gave Holly a call because she sells a product. She's really quiet, shy. And I know that typically in direct sales, if you are that type of personality, I thought she could use maybe some tools of ONPASSIVE and possibly the passive income, of course. Well, she just said, oh, it sounds great. I want it. And what does she do? She reached out to a good friend of hers, who they both ended up marrying the same guy years ago, different times. And that was Challamar. So I told Holly, good friend of mine, and Holly told Challamar. But because Challamar has so many people in her life, she's really enriched them, haven't you? You've given them all
some people are just
receive a passive income.
Yeah. Every time we talk, every time we meet, they just want to kiss my feet.
Oh.
But these are the people that get it. You know, the people that don't get it are the people that have fear around another law, another promise. Yeah, I can understand that, but I'm trying to move my people, you know, really over that hurdle. Yeah. So no, this is incredible. And Holly she's never network marketed like anything.
No.
She's not built for that. Holly has probably told maybe 3 or 5 people, and has maybe 3 people under that she's brought in. She has like 650 people underneath her. She has 650 people. She told 3 people or something like that. I mean, it's just, you know, it can take off. It can.
Yeah. And just to clarify for the audience, you're just telling people about the business, and what happens is that they will all become customers. They will all, as a founder, we're all going to get the products. We're all going to share in the profits as the company explodes. They're expecting 100 million customers the first year, and any new products that come along, and of course, traffic. What company doesn't want clients constantly being put in the funnel every single day? Sharon, do you have anything you'd like to ask Challamar just to kind of close it up?
So if people watching you from the healthcare profession now, what would you say to them to encourage them to move forward with ONPASSIVE? What's the number one thing that you think they will benefit from this? Is it the team that we've got, or is it the command,
It's everything. Call me, email me. Are you going to put my email or something?
Oh,
or
we're going to put everything. You betcha, baby.
there? I say just email me with your phone number and I'll call you wherever you are in the world. Let's get this happening for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, obviously you want to try and help a number of people. What's the typical person you'd like to help? What would the ideal client be?
For my health business, it's somebody that it has realized that allopathic medicine doesn't have all the answers, far from it. It's great for diagnostics and setting bones and things like that, but their mandate of chemicalizing us and so on has nothing but negative effects over the long term, and unnecessary surgeries and so on. What I'm offering is you treat your cells well and you'll never have a vet bill. You'll never have a doctor's appointment. You just don't. I just don't. The only time I have been to the doctor is I broke my wrist. So
Wonderful.
I just need to get their ear for a bit and just help
Yes.
understand how their bodies work. So
Yeah. And so by doing this call, we're promoting you and your business.
Oh,
So
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have all your links there, and it's going to inspire others, anyone that's in the health field, to look at, oh, well, geez, if it's going to help Challamar, you're obviously proud of what ONPASSIVE is going to do, but never mind the products, the traffic. Oh, we're also going to pay you. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, God, I don't know. That's too much. Okay, it's too much. It's too good to be true. I'm out. People say that, it's too good to be true. It can't be real,
Oh, yeah, it's hard.
It takes somebody who thinks out of the box. They think for themselves to do
Yeah,
ONPASSIVE.
and they have to be a bit visionary, and to have belief in humankind again, because when you understand what Ash is about, there's a lot of people that are like Ash, but we just don't see them very often, and they're not people that we see every day, but he is a one of a kind, amazing human being. And Sharon, you've been involved since when? Do you want to just say?
I got involved in November 2018. So when I got started, it was nothing like it is today. What we're doing now, having calls like this where we can openly talk about it. Back then, we had an email and a wallet to send the funds to. So we were the ones taking the risk, because there was no tangible things to look at. Now we've got a multitude of products to look at. We can see people, we can have meetings with the owner. It's a major difference to what I got started. And I've really got, we have calls all the time, me and my husband, with Suzanne and Challamar, and we're getting excited because you're getting excited, because it is kind of a bit of a snowball effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a rare treat.
Yeah,
it is.
Get involved just prior to launch, and not to have to wait and wonder and they keep saying it's imminent. So anyone getting involved, it's going to move very, very quickly for you. So and
don't brush it off. Don't brush it off like it's too good to be true. It is good, and it's true.
Yeah.
This is an authentic offering from a wonderkind philanthropist CEO who wants to set up to 1 million families free financially. Would you like to be one of those families?
Yes, I would like to be, and we all are.
One thing we forgot to mention, the generational wealth that it's going to create. So do you want to just touch on what that would mean to you and your family?
This is a legacy company. Right in your back office will be a will where you can sign it over to whomever. You can change it as you desire. So at your passing, in decades to come, this will go to your family. There's not going to be any scrambling around or whatever it is that may happen because things are not, or the estate, it's not going to go to the government or whatever. So it's a legacy company. They're going to be passing this on to whomever you desire. And you may not have children. You may desire to give it to a foundation or a charity that is really close to your heart, that you're passionate about. You can do anything you want. So what this ONPASSIVE does is setting you free to be your fullness. Finally, don't you want to be in your fullness, like to follow your passions and do what you are destined to do? Finally, you don't have to spend your time trying to survive anymore. This is for you.
Absolutely.
Challamar, we couldn't have said it better ourselves. That was amazing. So
Yeah, you-
has been our fantastic guest this week. We've actually reached our 30-minute window. So